with all this conflict going on in the world, I tell you, it's not just enough to drive you to drink, it's enough to make you hide behind the sofa. But what does it all mean? Famously, the Supreme Allied Commander in the Second World War, Dwight Eisenhower, said that plans are everything before you engage in battle and nothing afterwards. Obviously, the current Commander-in-Chief of US forces, Donald Trump, has taken this idea to the extreme and not having any kind of plan whatsoever about what he's going to do in the Middle East, which I guess is some kind of logical extrapolation. One of the problems with war, though, is it's inherently chaotic, and whatever you try to intend to do, you can have unforeseen consequences that can actually benefit your adversaries. And in this context, one of the global powers that is actually being quite quiet at the moment, that could be benefiting from all of the US efforts, is China. Now, Iran holds about 15% of global oil reserves. One of its principal partners and customers is indeed China. If you look at the Strait of Hormuz and you look at traffic through it, some of the very few tankers that have been going through are in fact Chinese. When the conflict is over, it's entirely likely that what China might do, which they've done all over the world, is they could be involved in rebuilding Iranian infrastructure and financing, which could then lead them to have greater influence and power in Iran and over those oil reserves. Equally, they would have potentially greater influence over a strategic choke point, which we're seeing on a daily basis with the Strait of Hormuz. Zooming out a little bit, what we've also seen as a result of this conflict is even more questions, should they need to be asked any more, about the reliability of the US as a partner. And a lot of the Gulf states have previously been allied to America, kind of feel a little bit let down by the fact that Donald didn't even presume to tell them what he was going to do. Now, they might also start to look east towards China as a partner. That has broader consequences because I think it's Qatar, as a result of its natural gas production, also produces about a third of the world's helium. What do you need that for? I wonder. It's not just for party balloons and doing funny voices. It's a critical component in the cooling infrastructure of AI infrastructure. So if the Gulf states start looking east, China might also have greater leverage in that emerging technology, which is clearly going to be very important in the next few decades. Zooming out even further, one of the things you may not have noticed yesterday was that Canada completed a trade deal with China for electric cars. Now, this was a result of the imposition of tariffs about a year ago by Donald during his Liberation Day, where he basically also fell out with his neighbour, Canada, who had a great trading relationship. They cancelled lots of orders for American goods, and Mark Carney, the PM, started going around the world looking for other trading relationships, one of those being China. So although the news is focused very much on the Middle East and around the Straits of Hormuz, the further and further you zoom out, one of the unintended consequences, the externalities of Donald Trump's adventure, whatever you want to call this, could in fact be a direct benefit to their principal rival, China, in the longer term. Now, another general who lived about 2,500 years before Dwight Eisenhower, Sun Tzu, said that the acme of skill, competence, if you will, Donald, is to win without fighting. Now, he was Chinese, and it has to be said, it looks like that's exactly what they're doing.